What if everything you believe about success and happiness is a lie? You spent your whole life chasing money, chasing approval, chasing a version of yourself that others would applaud, but deep down, something still feels off. Have you ever wondered why? Because you were never taught to question it. No one told you that external validation is a cage, that the moment you depend on others to define your worth, you lose control. But here's the real question. What if you rewired your mind? What if you stopped chasing and started living? 2. The Stoic shift. The Stoics understood something most people never will. The world will never hand you peace. You have to create it yourself. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Read that again. Let it sink in. Your mind is the only thing within your control, not opinions, not circumstances, not society's expectations, just your mind. And once you master it, you stop being a puppet to the world. You stop seeking approval. You start owning your life. That's not philosophy, that's power. 3. What you'll learn today. This isn't another video telling you to stay positive or work harder. This is about breaking free. Free from the need for approval. Free from the illusion that happiness is somewhere out there. Free from the fear that keeps you stuck. In this journey, we'll uncover the Stoic mindset that transforms suffering into strength. How to build an unshakable core, untouched by criticism or failure. How to find true purpose, not in chasing, but in mastering yourself. 4. Call to action. This video isn't just for watching, it's for awakening. So stay until the end, because these lessons might change how you see life forever. And if you're ready to step off the hamster wheel, to stop chasing and start living, subscribe, like, share this journey, because real wisdom isn't meant to be kept, it's meant to be lived. Now, let's begin. 2. Knowing yourself, the power of individuality. 1. You are unrepeatable. Think about this for a moment. Out of the billions of people who have ever existed, there has never been and never will be another you. Your thoughts, your passions, your experiences, they are yours alone. So why do we try so hard to be like everyone else? Why do we fear standing out? Why do we trade authenticity for acceptance? The Stoics had an answer. They believed self-awareness was the foundation of a fulfilling life, because if you don't know who you are, you will be shaped by others. And if you let the world define you, one day you will wake up and realize you've been living someone else's life. 2. Seneca's perspective, the danger of seeking approval. Seneca once said, "If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to others' opinions, you will never be rich." Nature doesn't conform. It thrives in diversity. No two trees grow exactly the same. No two rivers carve the same path. So why should you? But society? Society rewards conformity. It pushes you to fit in, to follow trends, to suppress your true self, just to be accepted. But here's the harsh truth. The more you try to please others, the more you lose yourself. And in the end, no amount of external validation will ever replace the emptiness of not knowing who you truly are. 3. The cost of conformity. Are you living for yourself or others? Let's be honest. How many of your choices have been truly yours? The way you dress, the career you chose, the way you speak. Are they a reflection of you? Or are they what you think others expect from you? Do you shape your life, or does society shape it for you? Marcus Aurelius warned against this, and yet, despite knowing this, we still let the opinions of others dictate our choices. Why? Because from the moment we were young, we were taught to seek approval, to fit in, to follow, to be accepted. But at what cost? The approval of others, whether good or bad, is nothing more than the wind. And yet we chase it. We worry about what people think. We silence our real opinions to avoid judgment. We follow trends just to belong. But here's the truth. Nobody is thinking about you as much as you think. Everyone is wrapped up in their own fears, insecurities, and struggles. So why waste your time living for their expectations when you could be living for yourself? 4. Embracing your individuality. The key to inner freedom. Authenticity isn't about being different for the sake of it. It's about having the courage to live in alignment with your true values. It's about saying, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This is how I will live, regardless of approval. The moment you stop seeking validation, you gain something far greater: freedom. Freedom to express yourself without fear. Freedom to choose your own path. Freedom to wake up each day knowing you are truly living for yourself. 5. Practical application. How to reclaim your authenticity. So, how do you break free from external expectations? Try this. 1. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I make decisions based on my own values or based on what others would approve of? Did I hold back my thoughts just to fit in? Did I act in a way that truly represents me? 2. Action challenge. Take one step today to embrace your individuality. Maybe it's wearing that outfit you love, but never had the courage to. Maybe it's sharing your true opinion without fear of judgment. Maybe it's saying no to something that doesn't align with your values. Whatever it is, make it real. Because the more you practice authenticity, the stronger you become. And soon, you won't just know who you are, you'll be living it, unapologetically. 3. Time and dreams, your greatest currency. 1. Time is your most precious resource. What if today was your last day? What if this, right now, was your final chance to live with purpose? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." We chase distractions. We waste hours scrolling. We say yes to things that don't matter. And we do this as if time is infinite. But it's not. Every second wasted is a second gone forever. 2. Why do we waste time? Have you ever wondered why we fill our days with busyness instead of meaning? Why we say yes to every demand but put off our own dreams? Here's the harsh truth. Every yes you give to others is a no to yourself. Think about that. Every unnecessary meeting, every obligation you didn't really want to take on, every time you scrolled through social media for just a few minutes and lost an hour, all of it is time stolen from your dreams. But the Stoics, they saw time for what it truly is, the most valuable currency you will ever own. 3. The Stoic perspective on prioritization. Seneca warned us, people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful. Think about it. If someone tried to steal your money, you'd stop them. If someone took your possessions, you'd fight to get them back. But when it comes to time, we give it away, freely, carelessly, thoughtlessly. But here's what the Stoics understood. Time is the one thing you can never get back. 4. What are you really investing in? Let's talk about investments. Not money, not stocks, not property, but where you invest your most valuable asset, your time. Are you spending your time building something meaningful, or are you letting distractions rob you of your future? Here's a question most people never ask themselves. If someone looked at how you spent your time today, would they see your dreams in it? If not, It's time to make a change. 5. Actionable steps. Take back your time. The Stoics didn't just talk about philosophy, they lived it. And if you want to take control of your time, you need a strategy. Step 1. Conduct a time audit. For 1 week, track how you spend every hour of your day. How much time is lost to distractions? How much is spent on things that actually matter? Because what gets measured gets improved. Step 2. Create a no list. Think of one recent time you said yes to something that drained you. Maybe it was an event you didn't want to attend, a work task that wasn't even your responsibility, a conversation that left you exhausted. Now imagine, what would have happened if you had said no instead? Starting today, decide what you will no longer waste time on. Unnecessary meetings, gone. Mindless social media scrolling, cut it down. People who drain your energy but add nothing to your life, they don't deserve your time. Every no you say is a yes to your future. 6. Your time, your legacy. You have one life, one chance to build something meaningful, one shot to make your dreams a reality. Don't waste it, because in the end, it won't be the money, it won't be the status, it won't be the opinions of others. It will be what you did with the time you were given. Spend it wisely. 4. Stoic resilience, thriving through obstacles. 1. Challenges. Strengthen you. What if I told you that your struggles are your greatest teachers? Every challenge, every setback, every painful moment, they aren't there to break you, they're there to shape you. Epictetus once said, "Difficulties are things that show a person who they are." Think about that. What if the hardships you face aren't barriers, but opportunities? What if, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you asked, "How can I use this to grow?" Because here's the truth, life will test you. You will fail, you will be hurt, you will experience loss. But the Stoics didn't run from hardship, they embraced it. Every challenge is like a forge, burning away weakness, shaping you into something stronger. 2. The Stoic mental reframe, how to see hardship differently. Most people see obstacles as problems. The Stoics saw them as stepping stones. Marcus Aurelius put it simply, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." What does that mean? It means your struggles aren't stopping you. They are the path. You lost your job? Now's your chance to build something better. You faced rejection. Now's your moment to develop resilience. You hit rock bottom. Good. Because that means you can rebuild, stronger. Most people focus on what's been taken from them. But the Stoics, they focused on what they could learn. They knew that pain is temporary, but the strength you build from it, that stays with you forever. And if you truly want to apply Stoicism, you need to start training your mind right now. 3. Practical exercise, turning setbacks into strength. It's time to put this into action. Step 1. Reframe your setbacks. Grab a piece of paper or open the Notes app on your phone. Write down one recent setback. Something that frustrated you, something that hurt, something that didn't go your way. Now, reframe it. Instead of, "This is unfair. This is training me to be stronger." Instead of, "I failed. I learned something valuable." Instead of, "I lost. I gained wisdom I never had before." This is how you build Stoic resilience, not by waiting for life to get easier, but by becoming the person who thrives through adversity. Every hardship is a test. Every challenge is an opportunity. Every setback is fuel for your growth. 4. Your hardships are your strength. The strongest minds weren't shaped in comfort. They were forged in fire. The next time you face adversity, don't complain. Don't ask, why me? Don't run from it. Instead, stand tall, look it in the eye, and say, this is my training. This is making me unbreakable, because in the end, it's not the easy days that define you. It's what you do when everything feels impossible. And if you can face that with strength, you can face anything. 5. The Art of Solitude and Self-Reflection. 1. Why solitude is a superpower. We live in a world that never stops. Noise, notifications, opinions, expectations. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded. Texts, emails, social media, deadlines. We glorify busyness. We wear distraction like a badge of honor. But here's the truth. Clarity doesn't come from noise. It comes from silence. The Stoics understood this. They didn't fear solitude. They embraced it. Because in solitude, you aren't escaping the world. You are returning to yourself. Seneca said it best. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. And yet, how often do we take that retreat? How often do we sit with ourselves without distraction? 2. The fear of being alone versus the power of solitude. Most people fear being alone. Why? Because silence forces them to face themselves. Without distractions, you must confront your thoughts, your doubts, your fears, your truths. But here's the paradox. The more you run from solitude, the more you become a stranger to yourself. But those who embrace it, they know themselves. They think deeply. They make better decisions. They move through life with purpose, unshaken by the noise of the world. So the real question is, are you willing to sit in silence, to truly listen to your own mind, your own heart, your own values? 3. How to cultivate Stoic solitude. Solitude is not about isolation, it's about intention, and like anything meaningful, it must be practiced. Step 1. Start a Stoic journal. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, kept a journal, not for others, not for praise, but for himself. Every night he wrote about his thoughts, struggles, growth. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever written down what truly matters to you, what values you stand for, what lessons your struggles have taught you? Writing isn't just recording, it's refining. It turns vague thoughts into clear beliefs. It turns emotions into understanding. So tonight, write. Even if it's just one sentence, even if it's just one word, start. Because clarity begins on the page. Step 2. Schedule time alone. You make time for work. You make time for others. Do you make time for yourself? Even 10 minutes a day, away from distractions, can change everything. Go for a walk. Sit in stillness. Reflect. Not scrolling, not consuming, just being. Because if you don't make time to listen to yourself, someone else will tell you who to be. And a life lived for others' expectations is a life never truly lived. The final thought. Solitude is the key to mastery. Great minds throughout history have known one thing. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a tool, a weapon against distraction, a gateway to wisdom. So tonight, instead of reaching for your phone, reach within, sit in the silence, and listen. Because the answers you've been searching for, they were never out there. They were always within you. 6. Gratitude, the key to true happiness. 1. The hidden secret to lasting happiness. What if happiness was already in your hands? What if the joy you're chasing, the success, the wealth, the approval, was never the key? Because here's what the Stoics knew. Gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a discipline. It's not about waiting for good things to happen. It's about seeing the good that's already there. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, put it simply, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. When was the last time you did that? 2. Finding joy in simplicity. The Stoics didn't need luxuries. They didn't measure wealth in gold or possessions. They found riches in something much greater. Virtue, growth, gratitude. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Think about that. How many times have we felt lacking? Not because we had nothing, but because we wanted more. How many times have we ignored the abundance already around us? The problem isn't what we have. The problem is what we focus on. 3. Why gratitude is a superpower. Here's something powerful. Your brain cannot feel fear and gratitude at the same time. One emotion will always overpower the other. So the real question is, which one are you feeding? When you cultivate gratitude, you are training your mind to focus on what's strong instead of what's missing, building resilience, clarity and joy, no matter the circumstances. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about choosing where your energy goes. So how do we practice this? How do we make gratitude our default state of mind? 4. Daily gratitude practice, a Stoic ritual. Step 1. Morning reflection. Ask yourself, what do I have today that I once wished for? Think about it. Look around your life, the job, the relationships, the health, the opportunities. How many of these things were once just a dream? At some point, you prayed for what you have now. You worked for it. But when we forget to acknowledge our progress, we rob ourselves of the joy we already earned. So tomorrow morning, before checking your phone, ask yourself, what do I have today that I once wished for? Start your day with gratitude, not anxiety, and watch how it changes everything. Step 2. Evening reflection. Ask yourself, what challenge today strengthened me? Most people only feel grateful when things are easy, but the Stoics saw challenges as blessings. Why? Because obstacles shape us. They train our minds. They make us stronger, wiser, more resilient. So tonight, before you sleep, reflect on your day. Maybe someone criticized you, teaching you patience. Maybe you faced a setback, teaching you resilience. Maybe things didn't go as planned, but you adapted. Gratitude isn't just about what's easy. It's about seeing value in everything, even the struggles, especially the struggles. 5. Final thought. Choose gratitude, choose strength. Gratitude is a choice. Every day you decide what to focus on. So, what will you choose? Tomorrow morning? Tonight? Right now? Choose gratitude, because in the end, it's not happiness that makes us grateful. It's gratitude that makes us happy. 7. Building unbreakable discipline. 1. The harsh truth about motivation. Motivation is a lie. How many times have you felt inspired, ready to take action, only to lose that energy the next day? Motivation is fleeting, it's unreliable, and yet most people wait for it. They say, I'll start when I feel ready. I just need to be in the right mindset. But here's the truth. The right mindset comes from action, not the other way around. The Stoics didn't wait for inspiration to strike. They built habits, they built systems, they built discipline. Seneca put it best. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Success isn't about luck. It's about being ready. And discipline, that's what makes you ready. 2. Why discipline is the ultimate superpower. Look at anyone who has mastered their craft. Athletes, writers, leaders, thinkers. They didn't wake up motivated every day. They showed up whether they felt like it or not. They mastered the art of doing what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel. And that's the difference. Most people do things when they're convenient. The disciplined, they do things because they're necessary. 3. The 3-step Stoic habit system. So how do you build unbreakable discipline? How do you train yourself to act, no matter the circumstance? It comes down to 3 simple Stoic principles. Step 1. Start small. Master consistency before intensity. Most people fail because they try to do too much at once. They go from doing nothing to setting 10 ambitious goals overnight. And then they burn out, they quit. The Stoic way: master the small things first. Want to read more? Start with 1 paragraph. Want to work out? 1 push-up. Want to meditate? 1 minute. Make it so easy that you can't fail. Because success isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Step 2. Attach new habits to existing routines. Discipline isn't about willpower, it's about structure. That's why the Stoics tied their practices to things they were already doing. Want to practice gratitude daily? Tie it to brushing your teeth. Want to develop mental clarity? Reflect on 1 Stoic quote every morning. Want to improve physical discipline? Do 10 squats before your shower. Discipline isn't about making your life harder. It's about making good choices automatic. Step 3. Track progress. What gets measured gets improved. The Stoics journaled daily for a reason. What gets measured gets improved. If you don't track your progress, you won't stay consistent. Here's how to do it. 1. At the end of each day, write down 1 thing you did to strengthen your discipline. 2. Every Sunday, review your habits. See what's working and adjust what isn't. 3. Make it visual. Use a habit tracker, a checklist or a notebook, but don't rely on memory. Even Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, wrote in his journal daily to keep himself accountable. If it worked for him, it will work for you. 4th, final thought. Discipline is freedom. Most people think discipline is restriction, but the Stoics saw it differently. To them, discipline was freedom. Freedom from distraction, freedom from inconsistency, freedom from regret. So here's the question. Will you wait for motivation? Or will you build discipline? The choice is yours. 1T, the truth about success. So, what is true success? Is it the applause of others? Is it the numbers on a screen? Or is it something deeper? Marcus Aurelius didn't chase approval. Seneca didn't seek fame. Epictetus was born a slave, yet his wisdom outlived empires. Because true success isn't about external validation. It's about inner mastery. It's about the person you choose to become when no one is watching. That's the essence of Stoicism, and now it's your turn. 2. The 7-Day Stoic Challenge. This isn't just a video, it's a challenge to take action. Right now, pick 1 Stoic habit from this video. Master your inner self-talk. Stop chasing validation. Train discipline, not motivation. Practice gratitude every day. And for 7 days, commit to it. Write it down. Make it real. Because philosophy isn't just about knowing, it's about doing. 3. Your next step. Keep going. This journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just beginning. If you've made it this far, you're already different from most people. You're ready to level up. Click now and let's go deeper into mastering the art of emotional control. Don't just learn Stoicism, live it. If you're ready to take the next step, watch the next video. Mastering Stoic Emotional Control. It's on your screen right now. Live with purpose. Live with wisdom. Live stoically.